sports. It's in the game.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly,
Boom!
Albuquerque,
They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
I'm a hot girl yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
I'm a hot girl yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. And quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
I'm a hot girl yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
I'm a hot girl yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 4 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a second and just a few inches left. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got a man. It's Brown. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To the air again, Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Lucas Van Ness in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Oh, look at the juke. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Lucas Van Ness, his second sack of the night.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack, but for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Smith. That'll be caught by Bobo. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. Second and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Brought in by Dobbs on the comeback route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Once again, it's Jacobs. Oh, nice move. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Love. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Brock Purdy, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, very solid in the win, as his guys figure to be a team to be reckoned with. They now move to 11-3. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Smith now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A little juke. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That is caught, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards, first down, Packers. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Love to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Love. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
1st down, going to the air with Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Flushed out right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw now. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Smith throwing again. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. Black 40. Triple 38. Set cut.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
On the set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one. Behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Smith on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak.
Tyler Lockett. He's got room at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Green Bay, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.